Hi everyone, it's Ava with Create Your Future, and in today's video I want to talk about manifesting money and an abundance mindset, as well as I have a couple success stories and a couple techniques I want to talk about for manifesting money and abundance. Before I get into that, we are giving away a free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast, and the link for that is in the description below. I also have one-on-one coaching that is currently 50% off right now. The link for that is in the description below as well. I really want to see you guys succeed, and I really enjoy working with people and helping them. And you don't need coaching, but coaching can really help to speed up your results, and you can ask specific questions, specific things you are understanding, and get answers instead of looking and searching for all the answers online. I know you guys can do this. I really want to see you guys succeed and start living your dream life. So on my last video, how to change your thoughts and feelings, I got a question about money that I wanted to address. So if you guys haven't seen my last video about how to change your thoughts and feelings, that video was a long video, and I really went in depth about how you actually change your thoughts and feelings while you're manifesting. So if you haven't checked that video out from last week, go check that one out. Okay, so here's this question I got asked. The question says, "Thank you for the informative video, Ava. Could you please talk about money? I am manifesting a large amount of money for various things, house, car, holidays, etc. I visualize a scene where I'm in the bank and the cashier tells me how much money is in my account, which is the exact same amount I am manifesting. But should I be focusing on the money or living in the end of what the money has bought for me? Any help would be appreciated. Thank you." The answer, it's really dependent on what you want, but you can focus on both. So basically, you want to live in the state that you want to be in. So if you want to visualize you at the bank or you checking your bank account, let's just say the amount you want is $2 million. You can visualize checking your bank account and seeing $2 million there. You can also see yourself in the house that you want, your dream house, dream car, those dream vacations you want to go on. You can do them all, because here's the thing, you can manifest in steps, I guess you can say, if you want. So you can manifest, I want $2 million. Well, later or at any time, because you're creating your reality, you might decide, I want $5 million, I want $10 million. You are deciding what you want. So you can just focus on whatever it is you want right now that helps you get into the state that you want to be in. The key here is the feeling is the secret. You want to feel abundant. So if you're affirming, I am a millionaire, well, how would you feel if you were a millionaire? There are no limits. You can buy what you want. You can go wherever you want. Basically, you want it to be, what would I be doing? Okay, so let's just go with the $2 million example for this. You are a millionaire. Your desired amount is $2 million. So what would you be doing with that money? Would you be investing? Would you be, going shopping? What would you be doing? How would you be feeling knowing that you can pay all your bills? You can swipe your card and you don't have to check your bank account first. You don't have to have a budget going to the grocery store and buying whatever food you want. The possibilities are really endless, and I have watched millionaires on YouTube and billionaires on YouTube speak about these things, and it's funny, some of them don't even like know what manifesting is, but we're all always manifesting. So what they're describing them doing is manifesting. And I've also read some of these millionaires' books and stuff too. And when you're in abundance, you're seeing opportunities everywhere. You're seeing possibilities everywhere. So this one millionaire that I've watched his videos and listened to, he talks about keeping his eye on the prize, keeping his eye on the goals. He's currently a millionaire that wants to be a billionaire. And so what happens is, you know, he's manifesting being a billionaire, and he has, you know, all these people coming in. Oh, you should do this. You should sell this. You should start this business. And, you know, he's so abundant that he is okay with turning away these other opportunities in order to focus on his end goal, what he really wants to do. And I know this video isn't about SP, but when people are manifesting SP, sometimes they'll say, well, all these other people are coming in, but not my SP. But it's like, when you're feeling that love, when you're feeling that abundance, when you're, you know, you're vibrating out, you know, what it is that you want to experience, like you're giving yourself that experience, it is being pushed out onto others. So even though that person might not be your SP, they're still reflecting that. And you don't have to accept that in, like, you don't have to say, this is my end because this is what I got. No, it's just when you're in abundance, you're going to start having opportunities. You're going to start seeing things. You know, maybe these things have always been there, but you weren't seeing them before. When you're in a lack mindset, when you're in scarcity, fear, it's just creating more of that from that place. This is a common concern. And this video is coming out on the 1st of the month. And I know this is when rent is due for a lot of people. This is when bills are due for a lot of people. If you're broke right now, if you are in debt, if you are not sure how you're gonna pay your bills, you don't want to sink into those feelings. Just accept in a moment of time that you can pay your bills. Just for this moment, just accept how it would feel if you could pay all your bills. If you're seeking, if you're wondering how it's gonna happen, just give it to yourself right now in this moment. So here's the first success story that kind of has to do with what I just said. I had this client that was struggling to pay their own bills. They were still relying on their parents to help them pay their bills, but they really wanted to start paying their own bills. So, you know, I told them about feeling how it would feel knowing that you can pay your own bills. You know, maybe it would look like, you know, her texting her parents and being like, I paid my bills this month. They didn't want to keep asking their parents for money. They wanted to be able to pay their own bills. And so they kept going into that feeling of what it would feel like to pay their own bills. And then they just accepted that somehow, some way, they were going to be able to pay their rent that month. And the day came, it was the day of rent, and they went to check the mail, and they had a check in the mail it was for the amount of rent and also like a couple extra $100. So they were able to use that money to pay the rent. And then a couple weeks after that, they had applied for a new job and got accepted at that new job, which they are making more money than they were making at their last job where they were just making minimum wage. So it's not our job to figure out the how. We just have to feel how it feels, accepting that what it is that we want is already ours. We're just aligning to abundance and what we want. Once we align to that and it becomes dominant for us, it just has to become more dominant than the lack, even if it's just by a little bit, you guys. Once that becomes more dominant and we keep going back to that, no matter what's happening, you keep going back to that. You keep saying, nope, this is my new reality. This is where I'm going to keep going. The shifts happen, and the shifts can happen really fast. The other success story is actually me working here with Create Your Future. I'm not sure how many of you guys saw the post they made that they were looking for another coach to come in. And I went through the interview process, which was a lot of questions. I had to send in videos. I had to do an interview. There was like a several step process to be here. And I literally was on the team within a week. And it took me about 2 weeks before I started doing videos and stuff because I actually had a vacation that was already planned. So I probably would have been on like the week after because I was already hired by that point. So, I mean, I went through that process really fast. Amanda really liked me and thought I was really a really great addition to the team. Have to understand the shifts can happen really, really fast if you just dominantly make that your thought. Like, it wasn't my thought I wasn't consciously manifesting working with Create Your Future. I know about manifesting. I know about conscious creation. I saw the post one day and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. And when I applied, I already knew it was mine. I was like, this is for me. I'm doing this. This is mine. And then I got it. Your inner world is your priority. And that is what is getting pushed out. So now I want to talk about a couple different techniques you can do. And again, it's not the techniques that manifest. What's really important for you to get out of this video is returning to the state of abundance. What would it feel like if I had the $2 million in my bank account? What would I be doing right now? What would I be thinking? Who would I be with? What would I be buying? That is your dominant state, and you just keep returning there when you feel inspired to. But I still want to share a couple techniques because the point of techniques is to help get you into the state. If the techniques aren't doing that, then, you know, they're not doing that for you. So the point of the techniques is to help get you into the state. And before I talk about these techniques, this is another common question I've seen. Or not a question, but people like ask about this, or this is just another thing I want to address. Manifesting money and abundance is not about spending money you don't have and putting yourself in debt and creating more anxiety and stress and resistance for yourself. I want to share this real life story from someone I actually know in person. So there's this person that I know, and she's like in her 30s, like late 30s. And she's always posting her traveling and going to events and all these clothes she buys and all these things she buys. And I know this person personally and on social media. You know, you guys see things on social media and you don't always know the truth. You don't always know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, I know this person personally, and this person is in like $50,000 of debt, and they had to move back in with their parents, you know, in their 30s, and they somehow have a credit card and they just stay swiping that thing. And so some people would think, well, this person, you know, they're traveling and they're going on the vacations and buying the clothes and all this stuff. Why don't they have the money? Because it comes from within. It comes from your mind first. It doesn't matter what's going on out here in the 3D. You're creating within first. This person still has a lack mindset. This person still has a mindset, money is hard to come by. So instead of them earning money, finding a way to draw money to them, they're just taking it. And they still have a lack mindset. You know, they can barely take care of themselves. And so it's not about spending money in the 3D, guys. It's not about what you're doing. It's about your mindset. You are creating it first within and seeing it on the outside. I have another story. I know another person. This person has manifested over, and when I say manifested, they don't practice conscious manifestation. We're all just manifesting. But this person has manifested over $100,000 two times. And within the year, it's all gone, okay? And the way this person got the money, so I'm not sure if any of you guys know anybody. There's people sometimes that, like, they're just always very negative, and they just always have like something, they just always have something wrong that's going on. That's basically how this person is. And unfortunately, the ways that they came into this money, one time it was from a bad accident, unfortunately. They're okay, but one of them was from an accident. The other time, someone very dear and close to them, unfortunately, passed away. That's the other way they got money. And then the other time, they made some not so good decisions and got the money that way. But the thing is, again, you would think, wow, this person's gotten over $200,000. Like, why are they not just sailing off into the sunset and living in abundance? It's because their mindset's bad. It's because they come from a state of lack. They immediately, you know, got some money and they just go back to however they're thinking and it's gone. Like, this person has lost all this money within less than a year of when they got it. And last time I have heard about what was happening with this person is they were actually having to build a shed to live in someone's yard because they don't have a house anymore. Like, they got rid of their house. So yeah, it's pretty sad, you guys. Like, it's not about spending all this money or, you know, you got the money and then just losing it all. Like, it's your mindset. It is coming from within you. So one technique I like, and back to what I was talking about earlier with the millionaires and billionaires, I have watched their videos and read some of their books. This one guy who's a billionaire, I forgot his name, but he used to go to car dealerships and he used to get in the cars and test drive the cars that he wanted to buy when he had money. He said he used to go to open houses and look at the luxurious, beautiful houses he wanted to buy. He would go talk to lawyers, just have consultations with lawyers. The technique I want to talk about, you don't have to do this, but I find it fun sometimes when I'm feeling inspired. I'll, go get myself some coffee at my favorite coffee place, and I'll just like go to the mall or go to some stores I really like, and you kind of just like pretend in your mind, you're like, oh, I would buy this, I would buy that, I'd buy this purse, I'd buy these shoes, whatever. You can start doing those things now, experiencing those things now, living those things now. Same thing, like if you had, millions of dollars, like you can start learning about investing now. Like you don't have to wait till you have lots of money to learn about making investments. Like you can give those things to yourself now. This is just a fun technique. It doesn't have to, it's not something you have to do to manifest money. If you feel inspired, if you want to do it, go ahead. Sometimes I liked going on online stores like Gucci, Versace, whatever, looking at purses, bags, shoes. Just the point of the technique is you're feeling like you have it. Another technique I learned, this technique's good for manifesting, a amount of money quickly. I've tried it on smaller amounts. And this technique is from Illuminating Joy. Amanda's actually done a video with her, and it should still be on this channel. She did a video with her a few years ago. Illuminating Joy. She doesn't really post on her YouTube channel anymore last time I looked, but she came up with this technique and I wanted to teach it because I've actually done it and it has worked for me before. So it's called the money memory manifesting technique. And what you're going to do is the first step is you want to select a memory when you got money. So it could be one time you got a check, someone gave you $20, $50, maybe you have an online store business, a sale came through. The next step is you want to acknowledge it. You want to think about how nice it felt to receive that. Check your feelings. Are you feeling grateful for receiving the money? Appreciative? How did it feel to receive that check, to receive that $100, to get that sale on your online store? Are you glad that you got that money? And then the next step is you want to appreciate and say thank you for receiving that money, and that you would like to experience that again. And this is the point where, you let go, you felt all that, you know it's yours, and you're just letting it go now. You're accepting that you just experienced that. And then you're going to schedule a time on your phone to check in 2 or 3 days later with yourself. So that way, the 2 or 3 days later, the reminder will pop up on your phone for you to check in. And you want to check and see, did, that $100 come in? Did the $50 come in? The $200? Whatever it was that you wrote down that you wanted to experience again, see if it happened. And then if not, you just want to repeat those steps again. So that's basically it. All I have for this video about manifesting money. The main important thing you want to do is be in the state of abundance, of having what it is that you already want. You want to give that to yourself. It's not about what's happening in the 3D. If you are stressed to pay your bills, allow yourself the space to just think about what it would be like if everything was taken care of. If you had this, your bills were paid, everything's solid, you're good. And along the way, you might feel an inspired action for an opportunity where you can have more money come in. Just keep coming back to the state over and over again whenever you feel inspired to. And please watch my video, How to Change Your Thoughts and Feelings, from last week. If you are having trouble with doubts and worries and fears, and these thoughts keep coming up and you're just like, why won't these go away? Please check out that video, because I explain how to kind of work with those feelings to help you get into the state that you want to be in. And I also have one-on-one coaching if you need some extra guidance, support, help, and we can talk about your situation and figure out what's going on and come up with a plan for you to experience your desires in the 3D. So my coaching is available, 50% off. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.